Hello, and welcome to the Moderator Orientation for the 2017 NCWorks Partnership Conference. The role of a workshop moderator is very important to the success of the conference. While the primary role is to ensure that a workshop runs smoothly, you'll also be responsible for a variety of other duties. This short orientation video will explain those responsibilities and highlight other details we found that contribute to successfully moderating a workshop. I'm Nona Stell, and I'm really excited to be serving as the conference moderator coordinator again this year. Please feel free to contact me anytime if you have questions or concerns about being a workshop moderator. I'll also be on site throughout the conference, so please don't hesitate to stop and chat or ask questions about the moderator process. I look forward to meeting you. Listed on this page are the tasks a moderator is responsible for prior to the workshop, during, and at the completion of the workshop. Before it begins, you'll need to pick up the moderator packet from the registration desk. You'll want to familiarize yourself with the moderator instructions, arrive to the assigned room on time, check the AV equipment, and pass out the session evaluations. At the start of the workshop and during the workshop, your main responsibilities are to handle opening announcements, which include housekeeping and introducing the presenter. You'll want to handle traffic flow and count the number of attendees. Finally, after the workshop, your job is almost done. There are only a few more tasks we need you to do, and those are to assist the attendees with completing their evaluations, collect and process the evaluations, and deliver the moderator pack to the registration desk. But don't worry, I'm going to go into further details about all of these tasks, so stay with me. Moderator packets can be picked up from the conference registration desk. There will be a table labeled specifically for moderators, presenters, and exhibitors. This is the same place that you'll come to register for the conference, pick up your name badges, and other conference material. Please plan to pick up your moderator packets at the conference registration desk an hour before the session starts. If you have questions prior to your session about your role as the moderator, please come to this table and I'll be happy to answer your questions. You'll find these items in your moderator packet. You should check the contents and carefully read and familiarize yourself with the instruction sheet first. These instructions will also be provided to you in the days prior to the conference. Feel free to read these in advance. If you have any questions, you're prepared to ask them on site prior to your workshop. The moderator duties and responsibilities sheet was provided via email. If you lose or misplace it, you can always find it on the conference website under the Moderator tab. These instructions are outlined in more detail in this orientation video. Also in your packet is the pre-printed housekeeping notes and the presenter bio. Both of these documents will be useful when making opening announcements. You'll also be provided a moderator tally form and plenty of blank evaluations for attendees. A roll of tape to be used with the session full sign if the workshop fills, and also in the packet is a do not remove equipment sign and several CEU forms in case attendees need extras. There are a number of tasks you'll need to do before the session starts, so it's critical that you arrive at your workshop at least 15 minutes prior to the start of the session. When you arrive, meet the presenter and offer to assist them with any pre-workshop tasks they may need assistance with. Prior to the start of your workshop, please ensure that the correct equipment is in the room and that it's on and working properly. Each workshop room will be equipped with a screen, AV cart, podium with microphone, and LCD projector. Each presenter has been instructed to bring a laptop. If the AV is not working, don't panic. The hotel AV team is just a quick phone call away. If any assistance is needed with equipment, temperature, lights, additional chairs, or other issues, please dial 4100 or 0 on the hotel phone located inside each room. Neither you nor the presenter can authorize additional equipment. If for some reason additional equipment is needed, you'll need to visit the conference registration desk and speak to me, Nona Stell. As attendees begin to arrive, stand by the door and greet them and hand them a session evaluation. We found handing these directly to the attendees rather than placing them in the chairs ahead of time does result in more people completing the forms. Also note, if you are assigned an auditorium, you will have a volunteer assigned to assist with traffic flow and passing out evaluations and other material. They will come find you in the room assigned prior to the workshop. At the start of the session, you'll need to briefly introduce the presenter and handle housekeeping announcements. Presenters' bios will be provided in the moderator packet. It is not necessary nor recommended that you provide a detailed introduction of yourself in addition to that of the presenter. Some bios provided by the presenter are rather lengthy, and it may not be necessary to read the entire bio. We suggest that you touch base with your presenter before the session starts to find out how they prefer to be introduced and what of their bio they want read. The other announcements you should be prepared to make, also referred to as housekeeping, are for attendees to silence their cell phones. When covering housekeeping topics, you'll also want to remind attendees to fill in the title, date, and time on their evaluation. It's helpful to go ahead and give them this information at that time so they're not left guessing. Please also mention the option of using the mobile app to complete their evaluation. We'll cover how to do that coming up next. Handouts, PowerPoints, and other material used by the presenter are posted as soon as they're made available. Moderators are often asked about handouts, so it's best to cover this topic in the opening remarks. In your moderator packet, you've been provided extra CEU forms. Sometimes attendees will ask the moderator for an extra. If you run out and additional forms are needed, let the attendees know they can stop by the registration desk at any time and grab it. All of this is provided on a handy pre-printed card that is also provided in your moderator packet. Again this year, we have a second option for completing the workshop evaluation. The conference mobile app is back. Please familiarize yourself with the process for completing the evaluation in this format. It's really as easy as 1, 2, 3. Attendees should have already downloaded the app. Then they'll open the conference app and click on the agenda. They'll select the appropriate workshop from the list that appears, and then they'll complete the survey and click submit. If you don't feel comfortable trying to assist attendees with completing the evaluation via the app, please let them know they can find assistance at the networking lounge or at the conference registration table. One of the other responsibilities that I mentioned earlier is monitoring the room and managing the traffic control. Here's what I mean by that. Workshop rooms with multiple doors will use a Use Other Door sign on the door located nearest to the speaker. Please do not remove this sign. Once the session starts, try to monitor the traffic flow so latecomers are not distracting. Pay close attention to your room attendants to avoid overcrowding. When all chairs in your session are filled, close the door and use the tape provided in your moderator pack and tape the session full sign on the outside of the door. Remember to count attendees. So before the workshop is over, please be sure to count the total number in attendance of your workshop. This may seem like a silly assignment, but this is how the planning committee determines how well attended a session is. Also, this data is used in planning sessions for the following year and to communicate overcrowding issues with the hotel. Believe it or not, this task is one of the most important. Once the workshop is over, your job is almost done. There's just a few more tasks that we still need you to do, and those are to stand at the door and collect the evaluations. Be prepared at that time to answer any questions that might come up related to the mobile app. Please complete the staff tally form by simply counting the total number of attendees and tallying the results of the evaluation. It's no longer necessary to handwrite attendee comments on each form. However, your feedback is appreciated, so on the staff tally form, there's a section for moderator notes. Last step and you're home free. This is a simple step that I know you'll remember to do. Give those yellow carbon copies of the evaluation form to the presenter. Then take the white copies along with the staff tally form and all the other contents of the moderator packet and place those back in the packet and return it to the registration desk. If you're returning the moderator packet after conference hours, there'll be a box labeled for moderator packets. Just place those in the box. Thank you so much for volunteering to serve as a workshop moderator at the NCWorks Partnership Conference. We greatly appreciate your time and energy. We couldn't pull this event together without your commitment. Thanks again for your interest in being a conference moderator. We appreciate your contributions to the success of this conference. Again, I'm Nona Stell, your conference moderator coordinator. Please feel free to contact me anytime. I look forward to seeing you in October.